The Cucumber Man in DC. Picked that up when 48 hours late. This is Tuesday night. My Tuesday night show at 8:25 p.m. Kind of early. Just gonna crank out a show. So I can watch other people. Make my show, watch a show, make a show, watch a show. Audio check. Still staticky, but I got my iOS. Come on, guys. You watching Pryor's Place? Is he a gamer? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Pryor's Place. Richard Pryor's Place, 1984. Official Richard Pryor. My family is from Peoria, Illinois. They knew Richard when he was a little boy. Okay. Maybe he was poor. He used to sit on the front porch with his 12 whore sisters. The Pryor family had all prostitutes and Richard. Similar to LeBron James. LeBron James' mom was a prostitute. Now LeBron James is the most popular, the biggest guy from Chicago, Illinois area. So, and I met Richard Pryor in 1984. And it was outside the LA Zoo. We were coming into the zoo, me and my grandpa. I was about 8 years old. And Richard Pryor was walking out the main gate with his little kid, who was like a black kid. And so my grandpa walked up to Richard and said, "Hey, Richard, remember 1929, something like 1930, 1932. So that's when, so no shit, yeah. My grandpa was class president of Peoria High School. The class president has too much information, trust me. Okay. Off the recollection, I don't ever remember Richard actually graduating at Peoria High School. That's why, I've been raised by people who are 102 years old today, 103. Grandpa would be 103, 104. Most World War II veterans are in that 100 era, but everybody's a vet. Well, Akron is not much different than Peoria. Peoria. I might have spelled Peoria wrong, but Peoria is the center of the eugenics movement, sterilizing the Native American Indians so they couldn't rebuild their population. That they sterilized a lot of Americans, but wasn't the priority. Eugenics. Hard word to spell. Hamilton is a big budget word. I couldn't imagine a place called Hamilton being a ghetto. I'm I hunt nights. Kind of like being you're between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Is that near Hollywood or California? California is in Pennsylvania, and then they renamed. California shouldn't be called because California is in Pennsylvania. Which one's older? What's older, Miami of Ohio or Miami in Florida? We know Miami of Ohio is older than Miami of Florida, but is California, Pennsylvania older than California, the state? Ohio. Nothing can grow, nothing. Most of Ohio, unless you're on the Indiana side of Ohio, nothing grows. Okay. It's a black swamp. I've never been there to see it. Hey, Ray. Hey, welcome, Ray. It's Ray Dog. That's my ace. That's my ace, Ray Dog. Rams, 1-2. Are the Rams gonna go 1-2, Ray? Are the Rams gonna give the 49ers a losing record? Ooh, 2 indoor games in a row. And now Purdy leads the league in passing yardage. He's the leader in passing yardage. I mean, Purdy is at the peak of his career. I don't think he's ever been leading the yards before. This is the peak. This is peak. He's an MVP right now. Okay. I spell BR okay without a C. Brock BROK. Rams look beatable. I think the Rams could be getting the top 10 pick. I don't know. Hey, it's the Chargers. LA still has good football. The Chargers are undefeated. Wait and watch that season. That Puka. Puka Nukua. That guy. Woo, man. Cooper Kupp. And the 99 Rams are the greatest offense of all time. The West Coast, Schmest Coast, like 99 Rams are better than any 49er team that ever played. Kurt Warner. It happened so fast. Kurt didn't even really play until week 2. The Rams didn't get kick off the 99 season until, it was like week 3 they pulled ahead. You just can't play your best football everybody was showing up for clout. It's like Nick Bosa needs to play. Oh, Trent Williams he needs to play. Kyle Juszczyk, he needs to play. Brock Purdy coming back from injury kind of quickly. Everybody's playing for clout, and most other teams are relying on their backups to get through these weeks. Yeah. Hey, Ray, let me tell you, going undefeated every year, that's not living. Living is when everybody else. I mean, the Steelers have a better record. The Steelers are undefeated. The Steelers are going for their 7th ring, bro. They're on the quest for 7. Yeah, you're right. Did you see I got the picture of Joe Bell, right? Did you see Joe? Where's Joe Bell? Media. Yeah, my Joe Bell Collector's Edition. He is. That's our quarterback. Joe Bell. He's got 83 yards per game. Yeah, dude, 83, bro. Dude, Santa Paula. Ray, that was a rigged game, bro. You've seen it now that they're rigging locking-out football games. You know it was rigged. I looked at some of the starters on that other team. There's some mean-looking dudes on the other team on that Santa Paula team. And the Santa Paula, you saying they're top 50, and we rank 147 or something, and That's they're 100 ranks higher than us, but they threw that game, and we never even played there before. That was like the first time, or maybe we played St. Paul before. Either way, next week more game. Friday nights are okay. Friday night's fun. Jake says he might see a game in October. He'll be in, yeah, Maranatha. That's a hard, the TCU of Pasadena. Maranatha is just a small Texas Christian university in Pasadena. No, I never went to school in Pasadena at all. I went to South Pass. You think the Alamanzer? Yeah, Alamanzor. Al is a man. His body is covered with sores. That was how you remember the name. I apologize for my audio. I know it's crap. I just looked up on I got directions to Maranatha just a couple days ago. It's south of Colorado, and we north of Colorado people. Watch out for them Saints. Saints hot right now, man. We got a prick. Saints are hot. I see vicious hits coming from the defense. They're playing to hurt. You win games by hurting people. South Pass is the final game of the year. And we cut Hoover. No more Hoover game. Bro, Hoover was the worst. They actually had like angry fans, man. I didn't like playing at Hoover. And you were there. You played. My senior year, I know you went to Hoover with me when I was my last Hoover trip. Yeah. Jimmy Clausen. Jimmy is Baker's coach. I looked at the schedule. I saw they beat CV, and I didn't double check the spelling. I assumed it was a different school, but if we're playing CV again, we gotta play somebody. The University of Central Florida Knights, the San Francisco Knights of Florida, UCF Knights. They beat TCU. Bro, Ray, why do you like Ray? Why do you like Knights, bro? We're Spartans. Spartans are not Knights. That's just the bottom line. The Spartans are the enemies of the Knight. The Spartans and the Golden Knights were sworn enemies. We're not like a mixed integrated unit. Like, we got 100. Oh, here comes 100 Spartans marching with 100 Knights. No, it's not a mixed unit. I'm all for diversity, but I ain't about putting no Spartans with no knights. Okay. We're sworn enemies. The Knights are so wealthy and unfeathered by tragedy that they have to be rattled into action, and only the Spartans can alert the Knights. Okay? Okay. No. And I know you hate St. Francis just as much as I do, but I've always assumed that St. Francis and San Francisco were the same thing. Because St. Francis traveled to Japan 500 years ago and taught them how to make Pokemon cards. And that's how the Japanese mafia was reborn, because St. Francis. And the greatest Super Nintendo moment, I want to play SimCity San Francisco. That's the reason you buy a Super Nintendo is to play San Francisco. That's it. None of the kids even have SimCity anymore. What's a bag of cans worth? Almost $50, $50 bag. Now, now price. We were getting like $20 a bag. Those maybe like $30 bags. If I got caught stealing the aluminum cans, Terry. I had to give one of the bags to McBride, and I think the one time I did a run on aluminum cans with McBride was the biggest haul. You never saw the biggest haul I had. Yeah, at least 10 bags. Otherwise, I'll just take them straight out the trash. I can get them the hard way. Yeah, Terry Bradshaw would fill up his pickup truck with cans and drive them home. Yeah. I don't like Tom Brady. I don't like the Manning cast. I like Chris Sims. I like Mike Florentonio. I like NBC. I love my NBC, but I spend most of the time listening to Fox. They who's this? I'm trying to pick up local radio stations from other small networks, but they're not all on YouTube. It's not a complete radio YouTube takeover. Didn't I graduate high school, or no, when I was in college, I had one paper pass in English. It was a Terry Bradshaw book. I hate English. But I'm a communicator, but I don't value English. And it wasn't necessary. It's like they wanted me to learn a math secret so they could make video games. Feel famous. Are you in this picture? Where's the Ray Dog? The Ray Dog right there. And little Jimmy. Ray and Jimmy. Who I can't remember all these names. I can't remember the names. I can't remember the names. I still got like a program right here. Yeah, check it out. 1994. Crescenta Valley Spartans. They set up. They always have my stats wrong. The gang. Hello. Captains. Wow, I'm actually in that picture. It's me. 75. Where's Ray? Jordan Kadusham. That's number 70. Is that you, number 70? Didn't you switch to 55 as a senior? Well, I gotta have something. This has Jimmy. This has Jimmy Clausen in it, bro. This is a collector's item. Bring Jimmy back. Yeah, you were 55 as a senior, and I guess I always think of you as 55, so even I changed my number because I wanted Matt Solomon's number. I wanted them to think I was Matt Solomon. Yeah, well, apparently I have one sack, right? Yeah. Even I could bring down Brock Purdy with his 19-step. Hey, why does Brock Purdy roll out to the left if he's right-handed? We know Brock is not left-handed, but he is such a kiss ass. He is so ready to be the next Steve Young, one and done, that he literally runs exactly like Steve Young. Joe. Steve Berline is the more popular. The guy that replaced Joe Montana at Notre Dame has more fans than Joe. It's all about you have the same fans. When the fans say, yeah, we were Joe Montana, that's our guy, but now we're watching Troy Aikman's backup, Steve Berline. Steve Berline still has, Montana, I'm like Jerry Rice. I act like Rice. I'm sorry. I act like I won 5 Super Bowls because we had 5 Super Bowls in Pasadena, but Jerry Rice only has 3 Super Bowls, right? Purdy. He's everything I want. He's everything you need. He's everything inside of me that I need. Let me see. He does all the right things at all the right times. That's the Purdy song. I don't know. I don't even know what song that is. And that's 5 bars, butchered bars. Hey, I'm not done with Purdy. Don't be benching him yet, bro. I'm not done. I'm not done. Okay? He's not panicked and pressured because I'm not done with him yet. If I was done with him, he'd be panicking. But I want some of that. Give me some of that. I mean, the Rams want to see this shit, dude. Come to LA and do this shit. Do this shit in LA. It's easy to win in SF. Levi, nobody plays their best game in Levi. Unless it's Christmas. Because on Christmas, the 49ers can't play a good game at Levi. So... You have 8 home games left. You should make the playoffs. You might lose every road game. You should lose in Arizona and all your dome games. You're going to lose in the Superdome. You're going to lose at SoFi. You're going to lose at State Farm. Okay, you can't win inside. You'd be wishing you had that Drew Brees practice. You don't even have... You need weeks after weeks of playing indoors. Purdy has never beaten the Rams, right? What's Purdy's record versus the Rams? Are you just giving away free Let's look at StatMuse. Okay, Purdy is 1-0 versus the Rams. When was his last game? 9/17, a year ago. So he didn't even play twice last year. Okay. It's hard to get. This is not Joe Burrow versus the Browns. This is the Rams versus. We're supposed to be starting Jimmy Garoppolo, but Andy Dalton is all I want this week. I want the next 2 weeks: Dalton versus Raiders, Dalton's versus Cardinals, versus Bengals. Later in the season, Dalton versus the Cowboys. Oh, the 49ers hate the Panthers. We stole. If you didn't take Christian McCaffrey from the Panthers would have made the playoffs, and the 49ers wouldn't have. Okay, you're stealing from the Panthers, and my guy Andy Dalton is going to make them a winner. Even Sam Darnold was taken from Carolina. All the 49ers do is fuck with Carolina, because Carolina won Super Bowl 50, lost Super Bowl 50, and somebody got burnt really bad. Jordan. I walk on Mason Street every day. When you have a street named after you, it's pretty nice. You need all the big famous San Francisco street names. There's almost a superstar with every single name. There's no Stockton in the NFL, but sometimes when when Detroit is playing, I want to walk on Montgomery Street. It just gives you that effect. It's a fantasy football trap where is Jordan Mason gonna lead the league in rushing, or is Brock Purdy gonna lead the league in passing? Is Jordan Mason gonna derail Brock Purdy's career by? You can only get so many yards. I don't have a fantasy team. I'll name two girls I'd like to work with. My fantasy team. Yeah, all girls. Jake plays fantasy. Jake hates NFL football. I don't. Jake doesn't even watch. I do video game reviews, some wrestling opinions, maybe some army history. I do a lot of things on my show. You go ahead. I like saying, pay your man. Bro, you need Rasheem Mozart back. Like, that's honestly, bro, we get Rasheem Mozart back. Rasheem, you did Rasheem Mozart, you guys did him dirty. That's right. Can't you just give something to the Dolphins? I don't like Joe anybody. Hey, right now, the Bengals didn't need to win that game. This is the Chiefs dynasty. Like I'm not prepared to see a world where Patrick Mahomes has lost a regular season game. Okay. I don't really watch. I get the bootleg on El Damo Sports, or I listen to various YouTubers. I participate as a moderator during Pittsburgh Steelers streams. So I'm gonna be. If the Steelers are playing, I'm probably going to be in a live chat. If the Bengals are playing, I'm going to be on another specific show. If the 49ers are playing, I'm watching the 49ers chat. 49ers report with Chase, right? Yeah. Who doesn't watch the 40? Chase is the only guy that the 49ers like. Yeah. Well, the Chargers are undefeated. Well, let's look. NFL's good standings. There's 8 undefeated teams, right? So we don't really know who the good team is left, especially home field advantage. Is Seattle a good team? I haven't seen DK Metcalf once. I mean, I've seen. I know he's healthy. I just haven't seen. I didn't look at either Seahawk game because I don't have time for everything. But I would, it does. Football's a strange sport. It doesn't matter what you think until the game's over, and the Seahawks could be contenders. Okay, you have DK Metcalf. Did you? Everybody says if you take Christian, you have to take Jordan Mason. The Derek Carr, John Gruden. You watch John Gruden? Yeah, so John Gruden's channel is the best new channel of the season. You could look at he's the go-to guy. Jake the Snake. Jake the Asshole. I'm not entertained by football. I live, breathe, and die football. I get the scores. There's always going to be so many scores. Nobody has time to watch. There's going to be like 300 high school games in California this month. I mean, we look at the very tip of the iceberg, like the Sunday night game, the Monday night game, the Thursday night. I like the 10 a.m. games. Okay. 10 a.m. is when the AFC plays. 1 p.m. is when the NFC plays. I don't really watch it. NFC football. That's when the Seahawks are on. That's when the Cardinals are on. I don't want to watch. Right now the 49ers are playing 10 a.m. They're not a good 10 a.m. team. But what socially interacting with just watching the show is okay if you're in a room with other people, but I'm in my bedroom by myself. I don't isolate during football. I don't watch just a straight stream. I participate in NFL shows. Okay. What I get Westwood One Radio. My internet is trash. I can barely stream. So, yeah, ask me a question, Ray. It's not going to help me watch the Lacaniata Spartan game. So, I mean, I'll never get what I want. I can't play the video game I want. I can't watch the football I want. Nobody can watch the football team I want, and nobody can play the game I want. So I can't have it. You can't have it. Let's just compile all the data and have none of it. The only thing I have is all the data. I can't see anything. We just have the data. That draft in Pittsburgh, girls don't contact me. No. Rebecca's sister, her name is Christina. There's technically a Christina in the extended family. The girl is missing. Every girl knows 100 more people than me. Ray always coming to my house and opening up my yearbook. This is in Kuwait. That's in Qatar. In Qatar.
completely. That's mom. Outside Fuddruckers on my birthday, 2000. There's one or two. I have one or two pictures of you in my stack, Ray. From our trip to Seattle when we went up to Olympia in 1999. I got they're in this stack of pictures. Yeah. I got a picture of you with a hurricane. I want to find that now. You've been drinking hurricane at the hardcore Holly Hotel. Yeah. That's from the Hardcore Hotel. This is watching Nitro on TV at the Hardcore Hotel. Same trip. You remember that we stopped, we took pictures. I got it. Is that a hurricane? This is a good picture. Damn, you look young. And you got all your teeth. All your teeth. Shite. I know I should send you a copy of the picture, but I haven't sent. I have to. It's really annoying taking pictures of photos, trying not to get a glare. And you can't. I don't want to take a picture horizontally. You have to go vertically on it. So you have to crop it. I have to crop it to show, to reduce. One more time for the viewers at home. We were talking about this pic. Ray with the hurricane. He's holding a bottle. You got a bottle too. There's a bottle in your hand, and we're both drinking hurricane. Okay. That was the last $5 too. We was like, hey, nothing left after this. Better go to work. You're gonna go to work tomorrow. You're probably like, you're gonna work tomorrow, Belter. I'm like, yeah, Ray. Well, that's what I think you look like. So, I mean, I still think you look like that. So you do look like that. And it's a combination of flat. That's a flash. I used the flash in this picture. The lighting. Everything looks better on real film. I got one picture left in my disposable camera around here. I'm gonna mail it to my sister, and she can develop it, and I'll never look at any other pictures. I'll never see any of them. Yeah. Like, why would I want to see a bunch of pictures of my ass sitting around San Francisco? I can just send the film to somebody else. My stove still says Jordan Broadcasting Jordan Mason. So I have to turn my chat off. "58 minutes. Okay. Buff Daddy, I'm buff and I'm the stuff, and the girls can't. I went up to the LA, look at that shitty LA gear. That was my last pair of LA gears. Okay, yeah, well, being good looking means nothing in California. The odds are against us because there's no German mafia for me to join, and there's no, you know. You gotta work every day of the week. Here's me burning some trash. Rare picture of me with my rifle. No magazine. No, the magazine. There's a magazine. It's caught on my jacket. Burning trash is destroying of information, they say. Can't deliver everything. Here's the girl. I was like, hey baby, you want to play with my rifle? Hold my rifle. And I stood behind her and had my picture taken. And another day, another glorious, go deep, go deep. This is the throw. The throw. And you can clearly see my magazine is right there. Magazine. That was just the Redskin cheerleader, because the only girls that came to post were the Redskin cheerleaders and the girls in my unit. The Redskin cheerleaders. I don't think I'm in this picture. This is just the girls. This is just the girls outside. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 standing, 2 kneeling. So they travel in packs of 7. They're waiting for the plane to get out of Kandahar. The song goes. I'm gonna get my hurricane. I know you can't just sit and stare at me for an hour, Ray. But you like the static. The static's probably good for you. I met this new girl who plays Final Fantasy. I'm gonna hit on her later tonight. Cadaverous. Her name's Cadaver. Her name is Cadaver. I told her, hey, I'm the vulture. That's right. I have to wait for that time of day where my favorite streamers are making their show, and I want to have my show done before my new babe goes live playing Final Fantasy V. Okay, yeah. I'll see you next time, Ray. I'm also gonna just cut it off. We'll make it easy to leave. So many comments today. Where'd my ears go? See you next time, everybody.